In my 4 years of high school, I've seen about 20 fights. Usually because once they started, I would be one of the kids like, even when it's a fair fight and you ask the person why they lost, they will most likely come up with an excuse like, oh, the flash from the cameras was distracting me, but no one was recording. Well then, I guess it was the sun. Oh really? Yeah. So this one day I finally beat my friend Crystal at Connect 4 and I see two of my friends, Vicky and Monica. And the thing about Vicky and Monica was that they were so close that when people asked them, are you guys related? They'd say, no, we're like sisters, only closer. A few weeks later, I noticed that they seemed to grow further and further apart. Cut to next week, I'm with some friends at Shark Park. That day, I also decided to buy a new sweater. Someone had brought liquor and Vicky was just swimming in it. I'm not sure how much she drank, but at one point she said, oh, that bitch finally came. And look, she brought her twin sister. Instead of getting her out of there, Vicky's friends were hyping her up like, come on Vicky, kick her butt. And then she started taking off her weave, her shoes, and her eyelashes, and she was like, hold this, I don't want it to break. Alright bitch, you wanna fight? Check this out. After whatever that was, Monica goes, pah, 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 pah. The fight was done. Everyone just left her on the ground. Even the girls that were hyping her up left. Then Monica goes, hey, can I use your sweater? I give her my sweater and this kid goes up to Vicky and he's like, see, that's why I don't have friends. So then I go to Vicky and I'm like, hey Vicky, you alright? Dang, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. It's Saturday. I don't want my friends to see me like this. Yeah, I don't think they're here anymore. You know what, I'm just gonna go home. She started walking and I didn't want to let her go home by herself, so I did what any good person would do. I walked with her. I didn't know how far she lived, but after a few hours of walking, she goes, hey, it's kinda cold. Can I use your sweater? Oh crap, Monica has it. See? Just like I told her. She's a bitch. I'm not sure why people don't talk to each other when they have issues. If they had just talked about it, none of this would have happened and I would have still had my sweater. I got home later that day and I asked Monica if she still had my sweater and she said, oh, I'll return it someday. I still don't have my sweater.